6 over 60. Living a great life at a great age. Brought to you by Northern Tier Insurance, Gaffney of Detroit Lakes, and UCare.
Welcome back to another episode of 6 over 60, and today I'm with Gene Gaffney, one of my favorite men in town.
Thank you.
Look at that smile. He's awesome. Today we're going to talk about your experience with music. So you're still the conductor for the Lakes Area Community Band,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And how long have you been doing that?
This is our 19th year. We started in 2006, so we're celebrating our 20th next year.
And have you been the conductor the whole time?
Yes.
Is it a conductor or a director?
You can say either.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Yep. So you've been, repeat that again, how long have you done this?
This is our 19th year.
That you've actually done it?
All 19 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So first of all, how did you get into music?
It's a strange deal. I was really into sports, and I loved to sing. And then I went to Mayville State, and my first class was Introduction to Music. And I took that and I changed my major from social studies to music.
Oh, wow.
And because it's a smaller college, I didn't have a piano test because I couldn't play the piano or anything. And so studied hard for 4 years, and I ended up with a major in elementary and vocal and instrumental.
Okay.
And I've taught all three.
And so you became a teacher then?
Yes, and I lucked out in Nitchie, North Dakota, had an opening, which was about 20 miles from my hometown. And the superintendent had been the band director there, and he had a marvelous band. Small, the town is like 600, and it was just the greatest experience. So I was there for 5 years.
And how long were you in Detroit Lakes at the high school?
29.
29 years,
yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of viewers out there that had you as a teacher.
Yes.
I know Mary Beth Norby was she clarinet, or what was she?
Yes.
You remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She was first seat.
Yes.
So she's that's a big deal in the world of
you bet.
Yeah, if you're first seat. I can't remember if she played clarinet. I wouldn't expect you to remember with 1,000 kids, but I don't know what she played. But anyway, so I have a question for you. What are you doing? What does it mean to be a conductor for like the Lakes Area Community Band?
Well, if you want to hear the stages,
yes.
First of all, I see what the band is and who they are. Then I have to select music, and that takes hours because you go through things that you're familiar. You listen to ones that not familiar. Would that fit the band, their abilities, what they would like? And it would be something that our audience would like. So that's our first step. Then I put every bunch of music together, then we call our first rehearsal, pass out the music, and explain to them this is what we'll be playing in our next concert, and we start off.
Okay. And when you're on stage and you're doing this, like they're watching you because
Yeah.
are you doing?
In the older people, it doesn't look like they're watching, but they see me. They're not doing eye contact.
Yep.
But they see me, peripherally.
And what are you doing? You're keeping
What
pace.
I'm doing is, first of all, I have a habit of giving a 2-beat ready. So I go 3, 4, play. And on the 4th beat, they're going to get a nice good breath. 3, play.
Oh.
Okay, and so that's the downbeat, and you can see a plane right here, they say. And then if I hear not ta, but if I hear ta-da-da, then they're coming in not together. So I said, let's do this again. And what's really helped is that we sing a lot. I'll say, okay, rather than play that, just sing it. Da, they'll be together. So. Okay, and that's the beginning.
Yep.
Now, what I'm also doing is setting the tempo, the speed. And also, I'm setting the style. You know, what is the music trying to say? Is it expressive and smooth? We call that legato, where all the notes are connected.
And then, so do you use your hands differently?
So now I try to sweep, you know, so that tells them, okay. And then, if for instance we were playing a march, and probably a term you could use would be marcato, which would be accented, and now my beat becomes bing, dum, bum, dum,
okay.
So they pick up the style from me, and a lot of the pieces we change style many times within the piece. You know?
Okay. And to keep the tempo, how do you keep the tempo with your hands?
It's just like this is the tempo. And then we have a accelerando, which we have to speed up. Okay. And then we have a retardando, which we slow down, and they have to pick up all of that.
Okay. And tell me quickly the difference between a concert band, a jazz band, and a marching band.
Mostly in the instrumentation. Like the jazz band has saxophones, trumpets, trombones, rhythm section, which is bass guitar and guitar and drums. Whereas the marching band would have everything that the concert band would play, but their music they would choose would be primarily marches that they would march to. So, but the concert band, you could equate them to a symphony orchestra as far as what music they play. Can be very expressive and very dynamic and edgy, you know, all of the feelings that you could have, the music could portray that.
But the instruments are different, right? You were saying earlier you don't have wind, or you don't have strings. You don't have strings.
Yeah, we do not have strings, where the orchestra does.
Okay.
Symphonic orchestra will have a string section, and then they'll have wind section, pretty much like what we have.
Okay.
And percussion, but we have woodwinds, brass, percussion in ours.
Okay.
And you mentioned where I began teaching. Well, after Nietzsche, we went to Lakota, North Dakota, and we built up a nice band in 6 years, and we were chosen to be the governor's band of North Dakota while we were there.
Wow.
Yeah. So we did several gigs in Bismarck. We opened transportation building, but the big thing was when the King of Norway came to Fargo, we were asked to play. And so he came over and introduced it to all our kids, and so that was really special.
Yes, I can imagine. Jeez, we've got a celebrity right here in Detroit Lakes. So a few things before we have to go. One, how old are you?
I hit 90 in May.
Oh my gosh! And what makes you feel this show's about people living a great life at a great age? What keeps you young?
I think music and the responsibility of the band. We figured it out in a concert, getting ready. I probably spend 60 hours with rehearsal, preparation, all of the things, and. I get up in the morning and I have to worry about, now is this done and this done? And I think it drives me. Last night, I stood on my feet for an hour and 45 minutes at rehearsal. And I was tired, but it was just like a good exercise.
Good exercise. And I'm at your porch, and you garden too?
Yes, we have a large garden. We always have. And the grandkids and our kids get into it. So last year we had 50 tomato plants. So we made 80 quarts of spaghetti sauce and 60 pints of tomatoes and about 20 salsa. And so the kids help with this, and then they take their share. So.
And I have one last question. Do you ever play football with your kids? Because tell the viewers who also is in our presence. Quarterback, right?
So yeah, when I told you I went to Mayville State, and I went there to play football. and I was the quarterback there. And so even though I changed my major from social studies and I wanted to coach, I went to music, but I was able to play all those 4 years as quarterback.
Nice.
So
Quarterback.
Yeah.
Awesome.
that was fun.
Well, this has been truly a delight talking with you. I'm so glad you came on. We had to kind of pull his arm to...
May I mention one more
Yes,
thing?
absolutely.
That's really been so important to our Lakes Area Community Concert Band is the Detroit Lakes school system.
Oh.
They have allowed us to use their high school band room for rehearsals, and we use all of their percussion equipment, and we even take it to our concerts, use their concert, and we try to donate to their program, to replace the things that we may beat up. And Tim Seaworth, who is the high school band director, has been so supportive because we tear his room apart, every time we're there, but he helps us out. On the blackboard, we know how many chairs is supposed to be in each row and stands, so we try to put it back. But without them, we couldn't do this.
Well, awesome. Kudos to Detroit Lakes High School and this community. That's how we are in DL. We help each other out.
Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks so much, Gene.
Thank you.
Yep. And we'll see you next time on 6 over 60.